Hi, this is Ron Nutter, and welcome to another edition of Tech Bites with Ron Nutter. Today we're looking at the Zoom H1 Essentials digital recorder. Now, the big feature, and those of you who are audiophiles will have a definite appreciation of this sooner than those who are not of that hobby, and I don't mean to disrespect by using the word hobby. 32-bit recording, feature number 1, gives you the widest range of being able to record without having to worry about overdriving the receiver. And if you need to bump it up a little bit in post-processing, there's more information in the recording than what you would get if you didn't have the 32-bit float. And having used both, trust me, this is the way you want to go. Feature number 2. Depending on what you're doing, you have the option of recording in mono or stereo. Well, since I put a lot of my content up on YouTube, there's really no reason for me to record in stereo because it adds to the processing time. The file is much larger to upload, and mono gets the job done. Now, if you're going into something where there are going to be sound differences, as far as you'll have one sound on one side versus one sound on the other, like a certain attraction I can think of at a major theme park in Florida, there are sounds coming in from all over the place. Well, recording in stereo, because of the way those mics are angled, you're going to get a much better appreciation of the way the sound actually was. And in fact, I hope to be testing this out here. Well, not testing it out, but I'm going to be doing that later on because I typically have never shot stereo, and that's because I didn't have a good reason. Well, now I do. Feature number 3, it can be used as an external mic and backup audio recorder for your DSLR or camcorder. And let me explain it. You notice it's got a thread on the bottom, so you can hook it up to a camera cage mount or pick your way of mounting this. And it's got an output that will go to your DSLR/camcorder, and you have the option of using the onboard mics or taking an external source and just simply using this recorder. But either way, the bottom line is you've got a recorder in here so you can record as a backup recording. So if something happens within your DSLR or camcorder, you've got a backup copy of the audio, and that is that can save a bad situation from occurring. So take a look at this one. Oh, I forgot to tell you. Now, the level at which you're setting your recording and what bit rate, not bit rate, but there's other features you can turn on in here. You can chew up a sound card, chew up an SD card pretty quick. With a 16 gig card, I can record for right at 23 hours. Now, that's a little much, but you see the point. I don't want to put a big card in there. I typically will run several smaller cards. That helps organize things. It runs on 2 AAA batteries. You do tell it during the setup what kind of AAA, whether it's alkaline, nickel metal hydride, and I forget what the third option is, lithium, I think, because that is going to help it understand how to display the remaining time available on the batteries. And there's a little bar graph you see right up front. So anyway, take a look at this one. Zoom is a very recognized name in the industry, and this is one that's an easy one to have with you to use as an extra mic when you're recording wherever. So if you want to know a backup recording to what your camera is doing, even if you're running wireless, whatever, you've got an option of having a backup recording. So that's something that's very handy to have, and hopefully you're going to never need to have the backup recording. So take a look at that one and think about getting it today.